everybody, this is Fallen Angel with Wing Talk. The show is about pretty much anything and everything that I have a very strong opinion on. I'm going to use my YouTube channel as a platform to speak my opinion and let you guys in on what I see and hear, and pretty much let you guys know what I've been seeing around on YouTube or Twitter. With how things have been going lately, I've noticed a lot more people making comments that say things that are not exactly that are out of the norm, that are kind of make you think like, what in the world is this person trying to say? Well, today I wanted to start off with this one that, like, I've seen it on Twitter for the last couple of days. I was tagged in a tweet that had a screenshot of something that somebody had said. I'm going to paraphrase this because I really want to explain what this person says. I will show the screenshot here right now. There is a woman with a YouTube channel that is also on Twitter. She's been a YouTube creator for almost 2 years now, and she's very good friends with somebody that we know and love. This person does paranormal. I've heard that she's done cooking videos. I've seen more just explorations and vlogs and that sort of thing on her channel. She's one of the ones that I would definitely recommend for you to check out if you're into the paranormal, if you're into explorations, and if you're into watching people vlogging. Ladies and gentlemen, the person I'm going to talk about today, and the comment that was made to her, is Miss Stacy from Misguided Roadtrips. She had, not too long ago, had to go to the emergency room, and she has a video especially made to let her viewers know, because she has about 14,000, as of right now, 14,000 subscribers on her channel, and she goes to explain what had happened, and also about how serious her illness was that she had. It was life-threatening. I would agree with that 100%. And basically she tells her experience, and her experience also involves her religion, her faith, and her faith not only in God but in the power of prayer. And there is a comment that was screenshotted and posted on Twitter. This is from a person called Miss Karen Gunn. It says, "There is no God, so you're more stupid than you look if you think prayer saved your life. You was at a hospital, for F's sake. It's obvious that doctors and nurses put you back together and saved your life. Also, I don't believe it when you said someone died of an overdose and someone lived, because that kind of information would be confidential. Like, doctors and nurses would discuss other people's business with you. It's the same about that so-called girl jumping. It's a story you just made up. Now, my initial reaction is, Karen, you're as... The only way I can describe you is an encyclopedia that is locked up with a padlock and set in cement. You are really close-minded. I'm just going to come out and say this. How dare you go to somebody's channel and make a comment like that with somebody that you most likely know has some kind of belief, some kind of religion. Here in the United States of America, there's a thing called First Amendment, which gives everybody the right to freedom of religion, which means you can believe whatever you want to believe. If you don't want to believe anything, that is your right. Don't impose on what somebody else is doing. Okay? That is one thing about America. As long as it's not hate, as long as it doesn't denounce somebody and make somebody feel small, you're entitled to that opinion. You're entitled to any opinion that you have, but you can not treat others that way. You cannot treat others and bully people in that manner. The second thing I wanted to talk about was, I don't care if you believe or don't believe her story. That is her story to tell. Not for somebody to nitpick and call it out like it's not true. Unless you have proof that any of it is not true, I wouldn't be talking like that. I know that I am stating my opinion, but I'm on my channel. I'm on my channel to talk about how I feel about it. And that whole comment that you made, Karen, was not right. It was bullying. And just today I found out a little tidbit. Apparently this Miss Karen likes to go around to other places, to other YouTubers, and talk junk on their comment section. From what I understand, there was a comment made by the G-Team Paranormal investigators that stated for the past 2 or 3 years, she has seen this person make some really disgusting comments on other people's channels too. So this is nothing new for this person. But my opinion with that is, when it comes to everybody's opinion, actually, I should say, you have a right to your opinion, but you don't have the right to impose and demean somebody else in the namesake of your own opinion. Now see, I'm almost at that point where, you know, in Harry Potter, I think it was the third book of Harry Potter, that he had to go buy this book, and it was bound up, and it looked like really weird, and it had eyeballs. He opened up the book, He opened up the little strap to the book, and the thing went right after him. That's how I'm feeling right now, actually. Because as much as I want to put my opinion out there, I don't do it to demean others. I want to express my opinion based on what is being said. Stacy has a good heart. The thing about people is their beliefs are a part of them. You go and tell them blatantly that there's no God, or blatantly say you're stupid for thinking that way, makes you look like you're the dumbass. Makes you look like you're only there to only demean people. And I believe part of that is under the community guidelines, that's not correct, that's not right. I'll have to go back and check through all that community guidelines, and it says plainly in there to be respectful. And Karen, you were not respectful at all. There is always a way you can do or say something without being disrespectful. And by the way, because of Stacy's faith and her belief and in the power of her God and the power of prayers by her subscribers, that helped her. That gave her hope. That gave her something to look forward to. That gave her something to hold on to, not just about her family, not just about just surviving. It gave her hope in the will, on top of everything that she has going for her, to survive this. How dare you try to take that kind of feeling away from her? And another thing, this whole, I don't believe the stories that you're telling, talking about Stacy explaining about the hospital, what happened in the hospital, the last hospital she was at when she was to have the surgeries and whatnot. I've been there. I've been in the ER. I've been in the ER as a healthcare caregiver for disabled adults. And I've heard some similar, not exact same stories, but similar stories. Doctors have come up to me and explained they've had patients who had like the same condition as I have, and then they would go on to explain it. As long as they don't point out who that person is, as long as they don't give names or show anything to identify the person that they may be talking about, it's not against any HIPAA law from what I understand. Now, I could be wrong, and if I am wrong, somebody can prove me wrong. Show me screenshots, show me this, show me, prove to me. Because I have experience in this area. I don't know how many times I've had people tell me, and it's not patients, it's nurses, it's doctors, what is going on with somebody else that's in the ER. An ER, especially in my county, is really kind of close, especially the ones that are more intensive care type of ER part, while they're reacting, while they're trying to fix things, while they're trying to help these people that are in immediate need of help, like all humans, we have a tendency to talk louder than we should. They're thinking about saving that person's life rather than looking at, oh, I gotta keep my mouth shut or I gotta be quiet. They're gonna do their job regardless of what somebody thinks at that moment. Now, when you have somebody, like, sometimes the ER does get a little bit packed and things tend to get a little bit slow as far as the process goes in the ER. And I'm sure everybody understands what I'm talking about. When you go and ask a nurse, you know, what's going on, am I going to see a doctor soon? Sometimes they'll let you know, hey, there is somebody that is worse off, somebody that is needing critical attention right then. We will get to you as soon as possible, but right now this person really needs us at this moment, and it is critical. They don't give names. They're just telling you the situation that they're going through that makes it hard for them to get to you right then and there. And as far as I know, not against HIPAA law to tell of a situation without saying names or pointing people out. If you do that, that is violating HIPAA law, because you're letting people know that you've not approved of knowing what's going on with you. Sometimes it makes me wonder how people have it in their head what the HIPAA law is and what the HIPAA law protects the person, the patient, in any of the healthcare system from their information getting leaked, their name, their social security numbers, their addresses, on top of any medical conditions that they have, which could be critical or whatever, or not so critical. It just pisses me off that somebody that does not have experience, doesn't understand what the HIPAA law and what a violation of HIPAA law is. The violation, it's not there. You're fabricating a story there, Karen. Anyway, getting back to Stacy. She is one of the sweetest people that I know. I don't interact with her. I never met her in person, but I see her interaction with other people through Twitter and watching on YouTube. And none of this stuff is right. The stuff that she made up was pure bull. That I'm talking about Karen. Karen, it's totally bull. And to summarize this, Stacy, don't let anybody get your focus off of what you believe. Don't let nobody tell you otherwise how you feel. Let your faith in God guide you. Believe in the power of prayer. And just keep doing what you're doing, because you're doing an excellent job. Excellent job at your videos, and an excellent job in communicating with other people. especially on Twitter. I know you are having a hard time, and I'm sorry that you had such a hard time and such a scary experience with what happened to you. I'm glad you're okay, and I'm gonna keep praying for you. Regardless of what all this stuff is, regardless of what that girl said, I've been praying for you ever since I found out what was going on through Twitter, that you were in the hospital. Don't let anybody tell you any different or try to demean you in that manner. And I applaud you for standing up to this girl, because not many people would actually interact back with somebody that is talking that way. And I'm going to tell you my best friend's reaction, Haunted Trucking. His reaction to this person, Karen, what she said and what he had to say. It says to Karen Dunn, or should we call you Professor Gunn, since you know everything. You say there is no God. Please enlighten me. Prove there is no God. Didn't think so. As for people passing in front of other people, this happens all the time. Unless you could prove you were there when this happened with Misguided Roadtrips, how are you so confident in making such an idiotic statement? I think he hit the nail on the head when he said that. I totally agree with him on this, and I'm just going to leave it at that. Moving right along, let's change lanes a little bit. Went from talking about something bad, let's go ahead and talk about something good. With all the bad that there is in the world, let's try to end everything on a positive note. I really wanted to say, there were a couple things that I've seen on Twitter talking about friendships, talking about being there for each other. Friends are there for you when you need them, and you're there for your friends when they need you. I want to encourage everybody today. To reach out to somebody. To reach out to somebody you hadn't talked to in a while. Ask them how they're doing. See if they need somebody to talk to. You never know what happens. I mean, things could happen in an instant, just like with Miss Stacy. She could have been gone. And I hate to say that, but she could have been gone. And it does upset me to think about that, because I don't like that. I don't like feeling like somebody could be took within seconds, within minutes. But that's the truth. You never know what's going to happen to you. You never know what's going to happen to your friends or your family, the ones that you care about the most. I just really want to encourage you, if you haven't reached out, if you haven't reached out today, if you haven't talked to somebody, one of your friends in a long time, or one of your family members that you've missed, that you hadn't talked to in a while, just take the time today, send them an email, send them a funny meme, talk to them, break the ice with them, call them. I think phone calls are actually I know phone calls for me make me feel closer to the person that I'm talking to, rather than just through social media, if you can do that. Take the time today to reach out and tell them, hey, I care. I know I've been busy. What's going on with you? Let's take the time to talk. Let's have a conversation. Because you never know what will happen. You never know what can happen to the other person. Take the time today to think about what you have in your life that is good. In my opinion, if you don't, then you're taking advantage of it. You're taking it for granted. Be thankful for it. And another thing I want to say is your opinion matters. It may not matter to the person that it's directed towards, but it matters to somebody, and it should matter that your opinion gets voiced. It should matter that there is power in words, okay? There is power in your words, and you actually have the power when you speak these words for it to be good and encouraging to somebody, or it could be negative and it could hurt somebody. Let's not try to hurt somebody today. Let's try to actually lift somebody up, encourage them, give them a nudge in the right direction, and take the time to just stop and smell the flowers. Enjoy the moment. Enjoy being around. If you're around nature, enjoy being outside. Unless it's raining, then yeah. I know I hate being soaked, but anyway, moving right along. I want to thank you guys for tuning in to Wing Talk, and hopefully the next time you see me might be a live stream. Always remember, your opinion matters, and it should matter the most. The person that it should matter the most to is you. We only got one life, let's live it. And just always remember, you never know what's out there unless you spread your wings and fly. This is Fallen Angel with Wing Talk.